So before starting the video, I want to tell you that I'm going to start Baki Hanma season 1 on this channel and we will complete season 2 also afterwards. So if you want to watch the Baki Hanma season 1 explanation, then don't forget to subscribe the channel and set channel bell to all. So let's start the season 1 episode number 1, whose name is The World's Strongest Senior. So in the beginning of the episode, we saw some military officer lying on the ground in pretty bad shape, and there are also panzer and tanks that have been destroyed. And in the next scene, media is taking interview of a military man whose name is Mr. Summon. And then we came to know that a dangerous elephant was on rampage in the jungle. And the military was deployed to stop the elephant from its rampage, but none of them came back alive except Mr. Summon. And then media asked Mr. Summon a question that why they sent whole military to just stop an elephant. And then Mr. Summon replied that they should saw the elephant themselves. It was not a normal elephant. If the elephant would have left alive, he would have eaten all the animals in the jungle. We sent our military and we sent our air force, but none of them was able to stop the elephant from its rampage. Everyone who was coming in elephant's way was getting crushed by the elephant's big feet. Then one of the media men asked then how did they stop the elephant? And then Mr. Summon said when we were fighting the elephant, suddenly a man showed up in front of the elephant. And he just defeated the elephant with his bare fists. Mr. Summon said, I have never seen such strong men like this before. And now after hearing this, the reporter said, are you mad? First you say you deployed whole army and the air force, but none of them was able to stop the elephant. And now you are saying that a man stopped the elephant with his bare fists. Do you believe that the world could believe this? Now Mr. Summon know that no one was going to believe him, so he left the place. Now the next scene is from Mr. Summon house, where Mr. Summon and his kid is having cup of tea. And now Mr. Summon's kid said to Mr. Summon that I believe you daddy, I know that you can't lie. And now Mr. Summon kid asked Mr. Summon, daddy, was that man really strong? Could you defeat him? And now Mr. Summon said that yes boy, the man was really strong. Even I couldn't defeat him. Or I think there is no one in the world who can defeat that man. And then Mr. Summon Kid replied that I think there would be someone who can defeat him. Maybe like his son. Now the next scene is of a high school and a kid is standing in front of the high school. And the kid is planning to go inside the high school to challenge the strongest high schooler. And afterwards we know that his classmates were bullying him to challenge the strongest high schooler. So the boy decided to go in the high school. And when he entered in the high school, he saw 3 high schoolers standing right in front of him. Now the high schoolers asked the boy, what do you want boy? Are you here for a delivery or something? And then the boy screamed and showed a knife to the high schoolers. On which the high schoolers started laughing and they said, are you here to fight with us? And now the kid started crying and he said to the high schooler that I want to challenge your strongest high schooler. On this the high schooler said, look kid, we are not here the strongest, but we will send our strongest high schooler. Just wait near the river. And if he doesn't show up on the river, then you will be in a big trouble boy. Now I want to tell you that the boy name was Rumina Ayukawa. And when the boy said whole story to the boys that were bullying him, they started laughing at him. Now all the boys started waiting at the river. And suddenly a man showed up in front of him. And it was Baki Hanma himself. On seeing Baki, the boys ran away and Rumina stood there. And Rumina showed a knife to the Baki. And Baki said to Rumina, are you going to fight with a knife? Now Rumina became really scared because he had challenged the high schooler, but he didn't think that the high schooler would fight him. Now he showed a knife to the Baki and Baki started removing his clothes, and Rumina became really scared because he had never seen real muscles. When boy was holding a knife and pointing it to the Baki suddenly disappeared and appeared in back of the boy and gave him a butt slap. And the butt slap was so powerful that the boy went flying across the river. Now the boys who were bullying Rumina also became scared because they also hadn't thought that Baki would fight him. And now Baki helped Rumina to get out of the river. And that's how Rumina and Baki Hanma became friends. And now Baki said to Rumina that I hit you with my full force and I am 100 times stronger than the boys that are bullying you. On that boy said they look very small from a far distance. After hearing this, Baki started laughing. And suddenly Gary Stidham showed up on the scene, who was a general in the US Army. He said to Baki that his father defeated a monster elephant. Even the military was unable to defeat that elephant. He said to Baki that your father is recognizing you as a true warrior. There is not much time that the day will come when you and your father will fight. On this, Baki said, don't stuck your nose in this. it's just a little father and son fight. On this, Gary Stardom said, it's not just a father and son fight. It's like a war between two nations. Now when Baki and Rumina was going home, suddenly Baki started doing shadow boxing on the road. Now Rumina at once recognized that Baki is doing shadow boxing. But when Baki increased his speed, Rumina recognized that this is no ordinary shadow boxing. And suddenly a man started appearing right in front of Baki, which Baki has created with his mind power. And then we came to know that that man was Iron Michael, who was a heavyweight champion in boxing. And then Iron Michael punched Baki right on the stomach and Baki started bleeding through his nose. And when Baki got up, Baki said, now playtime's over. And he landed a kick on Iron Michael's neck. And Iron Michael's image just disappeared. On this, Rumina said, this is not fair. Kick is not allowed in shadow boxing. And Baki said, yeah, I know that. And now when Baki and Rumina were walking home, Baki said to Rumina that I am really impressed with you. There are not so many kids who can see my mind image form. I'm surprised that you can see I was fighting Iron Michael. On this, Rumina said, but you used kick to defeat him. On this, Baki said, that was just a warm up for me. And here is the end of Baki Hanma season 1 episode number 1. So subscribe the channel and set channel bell to all if you want to watch other episodes. So let's meet in the next video.